right, we're looking at geometry E6 on IXL, and it has to do with parallel and perpendicular lines and writing equations. And I'm going to show you 3 examples today, and I'm going to do them each 2 different ways. I'm going to do them with equations, and then after that I'm going to show you how to look at it and do it through a graph. So the first one says line C has an equation of y equals x plus 10. The first thing you want to do is identify the slope. In this case, the slope of the line is 1 because that's the coefficient of x. And they're asking me for a perpendicular line. We need to identify that because perpendicular means that we need to find the opposite reciprocal of 1 over 1. And the opposite reciprocal of 1 over 1 is negative 1 over 1. So my new perpendicular slope is going to be negative 1, and they're giving me a point. And the point that this line passes through is 2, 7. And so that is the basis for my new line. So you can do this with y equals mx plus b. I'm just going to use point slope form, which is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. And we're going to go ahead and plug in the things that we know. There's y1 at 7, so this is going to say y minus 7 equals my perpendicular slope is negative 1 times x minus 2. So then we just have a couple of steps. We're going to distribute the negative 1. So that's going to be a negative x and a plus 2. And then I'm going to go ahead and add 7 to both sides. And that tells me that my equation is y equals negative x plus 9. Let's take a look at how to do that with a graph. The first thing we can do is we can graph this line. Y equals x plus 10. Starts up 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It goes all the way up there, and it's got a positive 1 slope. And this is its line. That's the line right there, and I'll try and sketch it sort of best I can. There it goes. And the perpendicular line to that goes through 2, 7. Let's do that. Let's go find 2, 7 over 2 up 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And perpendicular means it's got this negative 1 slope. And take a look. It hits the y-axis at plus 9. And it's got a negative 1 slope. And the equation for that line is y equals negative 1x plus 9. The only difference is we don't need to really write the negative 1. I think you can in IXL. It probably doesn't care. So you can do it with a graph. You can kind of sketch it on a graph. Here, let's go take a look. We'll sketch this one on a graph. Y equals half x minus 3. 1, 2, 3. Down 3, and let's graph it. Up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2. I don't even know what the question is asking, but since they gave me the equation, up 1 over 2 is my slope. And they are asking me now a parallel line. So the parallel line has the same slope. So my slope is 1/2. And the point they give me is left 10 and down 9, which is there, but I know it's got a positive 1/2 slope because it's parallel. So it's going to go the same direction, so I'll go up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2. Notice that they're not quite the same line. And look where it crosses. It crosses right there at down 1, 2, 3, 4. So the y-intercept there is down 4. My slope is 1/2. So my equation for a parallel line that fits the bill here is y equals 1/2 x minus 4. We can do the same thing with point slope because this thing crosses through negative 10, negative 9. So again, y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. It's going to look like y plus 9 equals 1/2 times x plus 10. And y plus 9, distribute the half, that's a half x plus 5. And then we'll just take away 9, and we'll get negative 4. And you're going to get the exact same equation. So we sketched it once on a graph. I also could do it with point slope, and I'll get the same answer. So if you have your whiteboard and you want to draw a graph, you could probably do it that way too. I'm going to do this one just on the graph. We'll keep it simple. Certainly I could do it with point slope form. The perpendicular to this, because it says it wants a perpendicular line, so it's the opposite reciprocal. So the perpendicular slope will be a positive 5/3, right? Because that's a negative slope. So let's graph this one though, down 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then it's got this negative 3/5 slope. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's up 3 and over 5. I'll do it again. 1, 2, 3, and over 5. And there's the line. And then down 3 and over 5 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like it's got a hit like right there. Something like that. It's not the best line, but whatever. And then let's go through this point right here. I'll do this one in purple. Left 3 and down 1 is the point. 1, 2, 3 and down 1, but it's got to be perpendicular. So it's got to have this positive 5/3 slope. So I'm going to go up 5 over 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. There's the y-intercept. I have enough information right now to draw my line. I'm not really sure where it hits this line. Might be somewhere in there. It might be close. Doesn't matter because I already know everything I need to know. I know my slope was 5 over 3. So it's 5 over 3x. And I know my y-intercept is up 4. So 5/3 x plus 4. And if you use point slope, you'll get the same thing.